Hey everyone, welcome back to Collector's Therapy. I had a little bit of an impulse buy, but unfortunately, it looks like our delivery man over here was not too kind to this package. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that there's no breakage. So click that like button, subscribe, and let's unbox and review Sideshow Collectibles Scarecrow exclusive. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is most definitely an impulse buy. Just a few nights ago, I was watching a live stream and some people said the exclusive Scarecrow, which has been sold out for almost a year, was back in stock. So I had to click that add to cart button and get this ASAP before that got sold out. And it ended up selling out very, very quickly. So we have the box here. Very nice. Sideshow, again, knocking it out of the park with their boxes. But let's get this baby open. All right, so it looks like we are pretty lucky here. Everything looks like it's intact, and I'll just give y'all some quick close-ups here. We've got Scarecrow's arm. Very, very nice. That is definitely really, really cool. His fingernails and claws, whatever you want to call those. And of course you also have part of his arm here. A lot of these pieces are looking really, really fragile with all these little ropes and all that. And of course we have here his body. We have the zombie Jason Todd, which, whoa, that looks cool. But yeah, I am loving the blood in the eyes. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that's incredible. We have his, another kind of claw here. Or don't want to call it a knife, but I'm not quite sure what to call it. But awesome, awesome detail. I really like how it's kind of weathered there. You know, it transformed, from black to brown. That's awesome. And this looks like it's actually metal, but I can assure you, it is not. We have one of his gloves, which will snap right in there. We've got the noose. And then all around here, we've got the fear toxin, I believe, as it's going to be considered. And here is that awesome, awesome Jason Todd tomb with the fear toxin and the Jason Todd body, of course. That is really, really cool. And this is another very, very fragile piece. The collector's edition portrait. All that hair, it feels so fragile. And really looks like, Scarecrow hair. That's pretty cool. I really like how that looks up close, just with the stitching. And now this is what I was really excited to see, the Nightmare portrait. This is the biggest reason I have held off on getting this piece, since the exclusive has been sold out for some time now. I really wanted that exclusive to go with, this nightmare scene. So I had to show the base art, of course, and I have 471 out of 500. So yes, I have one of the last ones that were made. So we've got the Jason Todd base right here, and this I think is going to be pretty simple. It's got color coded, so this has red right here, and there is red in there, and that just slides in like so. This one it looks green or black. That goes right there, as you can see, very nice. And we've got a white one that'll go in there. Just like that. Okay, so you definitely want to put this in first, and then you put in Scarecrow. See, this will snap in just like so. Okay, and this is gonna be Jason Todd's hand. You want to do that. So let's start with the Collector's Edition head sculpt. Alright, so does need to be at a lower angle, the camera anyway, to really get that, but I'm not getting a lot of light on it right now, so I'm definitely going to do some close-ups. So speaking of close-ups, let's go ahead and get that so we can really see what this Scarecrow is all about. So yes, we are going to start with the Jason Todd zombie base. So very rocky and mossy. That looks really, really cool. You know, there are seam lines to the fear toxin, unfortunately. As you can kind of see there, you know, that snaps in right there. But the moss and the rock look pretty good. Of course, you got some seam lines there, but I still really like this Jason Todd zombie. As I was saying earlier, look at that blood. That looks freaking awesome. And just the color of his skin, very zombified. So, yeah. You've got the Jason Todd, 1973 through 1988. Because that's when Joker killed him. Very cool with, you know, some of the angel there. It's not super detailed, but it's just a nice little addition to everything. You know, this is definitely got kind of a tombstone-y texture, so that is definitely cool. Can't really see those two eyes very well to the skull because it's covered up by his shoe, but you can see it over there. Nice. So we will travel on up. So he is definitely very, very skinny. That is one thing I'm noticing. I'm just now noticing that ripped pants there with his skin. Dr. Crane. So yeah, very, very skinny guy. Oh yeah. Now that's a nice angle right there. Just right in our face. Like I said earlier, I really do like, you know, the kind of clawy fingernails there. And of course you have the Scarecrow hat with some of the rogues in the background. And right here we've got that weapon. I'll just call it a weapon, and I think that'll be the best way to describe that. So let's get a look at the behind. You know, of course y'all have seen that. Definitely Dr. Crane's got a flat booty. He could work on some glute exercises. And this is what I was talking about, that just looks and feels so fragile. Really looks like Scarecrow hair, which is crazy. Almost looks like hay. Very good texturing right there. Just the whole thing has a nice texture, but especially there you can feel that difference. His clothes are ripped all throughout. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Still kind of hard to get the right angle there, so he may be challenging to display, but I definitely like the Nightmare Portrait. My vision for this is just to use the Nightmare Portrait because I really feel like it fits this scene and the story of the fear toxin, Bruce's worst nightmare. Jason Todd, coming back to life. So, yeah, that is definitely, yeah, I think that may be what I go with just to tell that story. It just feels more authentic. So, guys, this statue is definitely a home run from Sideshow. The base kills it. That's an absolute 100% home run. Only thing you can critique on the base is some of those seams that you see there. He definitely is a piece, that you have to display high up because as you can see, this hat is blocking, really that view. But when you kind of look at him, kind of at this angle, that is the angle that you want. I am gonna have him high up on the top of my shelf up there, my Batman shelf, with Freeze and Ivy. So probably most likely in the middle, you know. But yeah, I really like this Nightmare Portrait. I really like this Nightmare Portrait just because what I said about the entire scene. I feel like that just really, really tells a story. The collector's edition, I wasn't super into it. The collector's edition portrait, that I'm looking at now, but it's really good. Definitely looks better in person. Again, you're just gonna have to have that guy really displayed high up because of the brim of the hat. So Jonathan Crane, we've seen him in the animated series. We've seen him in Gotham. We've seen him in Batman Begins. But honestly, I think my favorite portrayal of Dr. Crane's Scarecrow is in the Arkham games. I love those, Arkham levels. Those were just super awesome and tons of fun. They were creepy. Down in the comments, let me know, are there any horror-based Batman comics with Scarecrow? Because I think that would be freaking awesome. I've been reading some Alan Moore Swamp Thing, and that's got lots of horror elements, and that's been a great read. So I'd be really interested if there are any Scarecrow horror-related Batman comics that's in the vein of kind of the first two Arkham games, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Of course, Arkham Knight didn't have as much nightmare levels because Scarecrow was a main villain in that game, at least off the top of my memory. It's been a few years since I've played that, but I definitely remember the nightmare levels in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So those were probably some of my favorite parts of the game. What did y'all think of this statue? Do you own it? Do you prefer, the collector's edition head sculpt, or do you have the exclusive? There's only 500 of these exclusives, so it is definitely, one that can be hard to see. I just really I love how the eyes glow on that Nightmare Portrait. Almost looks like kind of a jack-o'-lantern in some ways with, his mouth. And I know some people have kind of almost asked if that's a light-up feature. It's not, but it's super cool. So I think what I need to do now is put him up there and let y'all see how he looks on top of the shelf, up high. All right, so here we are, and there is Scarecrow right in the middle. And yeah, this is a very, very nice setup here. I honestly may interchangeably change him out between the Nightmare and the Collector's Edition. I still really like the exclusive because, you know, the Nightmare portrait and that story. But he looks really good with the Collector's Edition up high as well. So, in the comments, let me know, what do you have him displayed as? Do you have the exclusive? Do you have the Collector's Edition? Let me know. I'd love to hear. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure you click that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at Collectors Therapy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.